Hi, my Aunt Effie. I recently finished reading a really great book. I'm going to review it with you, and then I'm going to put it in a free library so that someone else can enjoy it, hopefully as much as I have. It's called Body of Evidence, and it's by Patricia Cornwell. Now, I've been reading Patricia Cornwell books for quite a while. I found this one in a secondhand shop in Merced, California, while I was traveling recently. It's great. This is not the first time I've read this book, and even though it was my second time, I still had a great time. I started reading Patricia Cornwell I think in the early 90s, and I believe the first book I read of hers was called Body of Evidence. This one was published in 1991. And it is about a woman who is called Scarpetta, and she is the medical examiner in a large city. She solves a lot of crimes, so you get so that you really like this Scarpetta character. She's very strong and lives a life that is kind of more realistic. Like, she's not married, but she has lovers, and they talk about that. It's not a love story by any means. I don't care for love stories when I'm reading books, but it is it's eloquent in the way it portrays a real, live, mature woman who's living the kind of life that one would expect of a educated, privileged woman. So this book is about her solving a murder of a young author. This young author has become concerned about her life, and so she has run to the Florida Keys. Now, while she's there, she's writing letters to somebody named M, and at some point she realizes she's really close to getting killed, and she hoofs it back home and ends up letting the killer into her apartment and then gets brutally murdered. And now there's a spoiler alert here, so if you don't want to have the book spoiled for you, then go ahead and end the video now. So what happens is that, I wanted to tell you that there is a running theme throughout the book of, I guess I would call it like being afraid of gay people or homophobia. Yeah, there's kind of a homophobic theme throughout the book that I found interesting. I thought it was a cool thing for the author to write about, especially in the early 90s. So, in the spoiler, the guy who is the killer ends up getting fixated on Scarpetta. And all through this book, she kept saying, why did Burl, the young author, let him into her house? And it turns out the Scarpetta lets the guy into her house. He ends up working for the airlines in baggage. And what he does is, when he finds somebody that he finds interesting, he takes their luggage. And then when they ask for their luggage to be delivered, they come and deliver the luggage. And the victims are expecting a luggage delivery, so they just let him in. So a lot of this police speculation had nothing to do with the actual killer, but the story wound around here and there, giving you small bits and pieces one at a time. It was really good. Just like all of the Scarpetta books, she ends up right in the middle of it, almost getting killed, and she's a very hands-on medical examiner. So that's it for my review of Body of Evidence. I definitely recommend it for anybody who likes to read crime novels. And I'll see you next time. Bye.